Hello world, my name is Jacob and I'm here to show you a little bit of updates on the NotebookLM MCP that I released last week before the end of the year. So first of all, thank you for everyone on Reddit and YouTube and elsewhere I posted this for the great feedback and excitement around this. I really appreciate it and humble. So one of the common questions were, people were asking, what exactly I can do with this. And I think the reason stemmed from the issue that I showed Claude Code, which is a tool, a CLI tool, command line tool designed for developers. And it's just overwhelming for users. So I'm trying to show maybe a little bit more general approach to this. For example, I'm going to be using Claude Desktop even for free. So I'm on the free plan, so hopefully it will not run out in limits during this demo. But I want to show you how you can use this tool to manage your NotebookLM from Claude Desktop. And I think you can do this also with Perplexity for Mac, the desktop app. So I will record a different video to show the same process. So before we start, kind of a couple of changes I made to this page just a few minutes ago. And what I've done, first of all, during the new year, I worked on simplifying this. So I published this tool on PyPI, which is a distribution mechanism for Python packages, which I can use, for example, UV command or install it with pip if you don't have UV, or pipx. But if you prefer the old method of installing it by cloning this repo and installing, it's still available, but I think this is more convenient. So let me install it. I cleaned my computer from everything. So if I'll go to UV tool list, you'll see that I only have one MCP tool. This is not related. This is my read-only Google workspace, which you can find on my GitHub if you want to try it out. It's read-only, by the way. So let's install it. Done. Now let's authenticate. So if you remember from my previous video, the easiest way to authenticate is to let the tool do that for you. And once I run it, it will launch the tool, a browser, pardon me, and the browser will go through the automation, of going into NotebookLM, and we're going to extract the session cookies required for this MCP, and that's it. I'm done. So how do we add this to Claude Code, for example? So the easiest way is to use this JSON file. And you can see it's going to ask you for example, on Mac, what is your path? The easiest way to do that is just, we can do the which command on Mac, and that will give me the path. So this is the path I need to use. I just need to replace that username I have there, the placeholder, with my local system username. So that's that. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy this. And let me show you how to do this in Claude Desktop. You probably don't see it because I don't record this top section, so my apologies. And click on Settings. And here you go into the developer. You see I have nothing configured, and I'll click Edit. That will open a path to the file, and I'm going to double click it. And depends on what you have configured on your system. For JSON, example here I have Visual VS Code linked to JSON files. I'm just going to paste this in, and I'm just going to change this to my user, which was JPD. And that's technically it. So it's all configured, and I hope I didn't make any mistake. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close Claude, and let's open Claude again. Okay, no error. So I installed the MCP, I configured it. I already did the authentication. So now it's just a matter of asking Claude, hey Claude, how many NotebookLM MCPs do I have? So now Claude should look into its system, think what's the user is asking. Is there a tool that answers this? And it's already, yes, there is a tool. Do you want me to list? So I'll say allow one, so I can do, feel free to do whatever you want. And there we go. So it's connected. It goes to my NotebookLM and the most recent one. Okay, so let's see. Can you add an infographic to JBD NotebookLM MCP doc notebook? And let's do that. And while it's doing it, let's see if it's probably going to ask me for the tool confirmation. Allow once. Okay, so it started the process. So let's see what he did. So if I'll go back here, and here's the NotebookLM he was referring to, you can see I have the infographics. So every tool that I showed you in the previous video, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look back into my channel where I announced this NotebookLM MCP. So hopefully it gives you insight, and I will try maybe even today to release another video on how you can do this with Perplexity, which I think is going to be very exciting because you can ask Perplexity to do something like a deep research, and then ask it to import that deep research as pasted text into this notebook. I'll try to see if it works. So thank you very much for watching, and looking forward to see you in my next video. Cheers.